It's on a hiatus. I literally already said this in the YouTube community post. Why do I even need to make this video? Did the community post not get seen by... I mean, obviously it did. But why do people ask about Another World? So then why does this keep happening? Another World, am I right? Yeah, I am right. The truth is, it's kind of obvious that it isn't my focus right now. If you look at my uploads, you can pretty clearly see that Beast Mode came out 6 months ago. I still get asked questions a lot though, by people concerned that I forgot about it. Now do not worry, I did not forget about it, because you guys won't let me. Truth is though, I understand where you all might be coming from. For as much as I'm not a fan of it right now, Another World is still an impactful and noteworthy contribution to the Project Arrhythmia community. It has a lot of fans, and it's hard to ignore that it is in fact big. Now, does that mean I want to see it brought up in the comments of a completely unrelated video in a manner that makes me think people are ignoring the content that I'm putting out right now completely? No, it really does not. Not at all. I made this video to stop those comments. The truth is, the community post is only going to go so far. So yeah, let's dive into this excuse for me to make a scripted video again. Let's go over why I stopped liking to work on Another World, why I like the stuff I'm working on right now more, why literally all of my fans and friends, except for in most cases those ones exclusively on YouTube, know what the stuff I'm working on right now is, and why I genuinely hate the current state of Project Arrhythmia YouTube. Is this a rant video? Maybe. Does that mean I don't have good points to bring up? No. Will YouTube's algorithmic gods kick this to the side? Yeah, probably. So I should really start out with why I stopped. The truth is, this all really started somewhere between Beast Mode or Airborne Robots. Beast Mode as a whole, Beast Mode, I was super unhappy with how that level turned out. It was pretty underwhelming, if I'll be honest. I know a lot of people like the level, good for you. I really do not. I actually got feedback for why it was underwhelming recently, and it was pretty useful, but that's kind of irrelevant. I just wasn't really proud of the level at all. It kind of got me into this mindset of, the next level has to be better. And I tried to go into Pyre with that mindset. And it was better. So far, so good. And then I hit the drop level. And I had no ideas. So I just gave up on it. I started doing random other stuff to try and pass the time. And it was going well. I was doing good on that other stuff. But then I started getting comments asking about Another World. It didn't really help. Just added pressure to it. And then I just was unofficially on hiatus for it. And that brings me to the next thing. You know how I said I started doing random other stuff? Have you ever had an idea that you just immediately knew you had to make? Yeah, that's the Trials. I got this idea while listening to a certain song that eventually became its finale level. I won't say what it is, but you've probably heard me talk about it if you've stalked the storyline channel in my Discord server. So the story I put together, it was one that was a bit personal for me. It carries some messages that I think are honestly extremely relevant to the PA community and are ones I genuinely want to tell. At the same time, the Trials were an experiment to create levels that were fun to play and work on, and they were certainly fun to work on. It was fun to work on those levels between stuff, and I honestly referred it a lot to the boss levels, trying to fill out a story, trying to get these levels that tons of people were excited for out, and I'm trying to focus a lot more on them now. I genuinely hope that the story impacts people somehow, even if it doesn't go as far as Another World did. Compared to Another World, it's an actual story with meaning and with a lesson. I kind of obsess over it a lot, including Creator as a character as well. I got a lot of really good feedback on the Trials. It was mostly through Discord because YouTube, it didn't really do too well, and I'll get into that in just a few minutes. But yeah, I know a lot of people like the Trials. I like the Trials too. I think that they're just better to work on than Another World. It's something that I get a lot more enjoyment out of. And I think that that's what it's all about. I'm not doing this to fulfill some sort of quota. I'm working on levels for my own enjoyment. I don't work to try and put out these requirements of levels. Another World was never a requirement. I don't like working on things that are a requirement actually. Historically, whenever something becomes a requirement for me, I am not a fan of it anymore. And that's kind of what happened with Another World. I kind of got into that requirement mindset. Now, this kind of seems random at first glance to end off the video with. DXO, why would you bring up YouTube's algorithm? Is that even really related to the fact that you just don't like making the shapes go brr and the big storyline at the moment? Yes, it is very, very related. And allow me to explain why. You remember how I said that Trials didn't do too well on YouTube? Well, First of all, less consistent uploads mean less views. I have not been consistent with uploads. And no marketable boss in the thumbnail, that's less views. And uploads that deviate from what works, that is less viewed. And Just Shapes and Beats is more views. And that brings me to another point. This is why I wasn't really happy with how Close to Me Remake did. I know, it got like 500,000. That's like 500,000. That's so cool. And yeah, that's the point. I got 500,000 views on my video of a level that was like barely mine. I did the backgrounds and I did a small part, yet that level commonly gets attributed to me when it's really more of Noodlekin's level. Like, it's Noodlekin's level on like several ways. Like, the fact that Noodlekin put in most of the work to it, the fact that the level was also sort of like this sort of like, I don't really know how to describe it. Noodlekin did an awesome video like breaking down how cathartic the level was to work on. But that's the thing. I feel like that's a huge problem. It's not my level. And I just went on a tangent about it, but I feel like I should get that out there too. So currently I'm uploading more consistently, scheduling playthrough videos whenever I can. I'm trying to go for EXC ranks, and because I genuinely want to get other people's levels out into the public, but it isn't ideal. It works. I hope to have my own wholly original content alongside this sometime, like this, like scripted videos like this. I know that level reviews, just like the trials, they didn't get a lot of views, but I got some really good feedback on them. So I know people enjoy them, and I enjoyed making them too. So stuff like that I want to try and aim for. And obviously it might not work with the algorithm. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just going to do what I like. So at the end of the day, comparing everything, Another World is something I created on a whim. I'll be honest, I created it on a whim. I created Another World because I was like, I should throw in a story to this first level that I'm making. I'll make the word there flash up on screen. And it kind of just evolved from there. Did it evolve well? Absolutely. Did I figure out what I was doing? Sort of. But at the end of the day, though, the Trials is like a true passion project for me. It's something that I'm trying to put a lot of heart into, something that I'm trying to tell this important narrative in, and something that I have planned out very clearly from start to finish. Now, YouTube is obviously going to favor things that are proven popular, like Another World. By their nature, in several ways, the Trials are not going to do well on YouTube and will not be known to where most of my audience is. It's something that I don't really like the situation of at all. I wish this didn't happen. I wish YouTube didn't feel like it was punishing me for something I'm enjoying more. But at the end of the day, I still know people enjoy it. I enjoy it for sure, so I'm going to keep doing this. Another World, will it come back? I'm not sure. I've got college to go to at the end of this summer, and quite frankly, Another World was a huge time sink as well. Like, Beast Mode taking 5 months, I mean, but working on the level was time consuming. That's just how it is with like boss animation and stuff. Now, that could also have to do with the fact that I kept putting off the level because I wasn't a fan of it, which is a completely separate problem, but, you know, either way. So, if you want to keep tuned to whatever comes next to the Trials, and whatever else I have planned for my channel, I do plan on doing better scripted videos that aren't just me yelling into the void. Do subscribe if you can, and stick around. I'm actually making another Trials collection right now called the Complextro Trials. I'm already, at the recording of this video, I'm almost done with the first level in it, and I'm super happy with it so far, so I really hope that you guys will enjoy it too. The entire collection is me trying to do something different, and so far it's producing different results, for better and for worse. If that's too long, didn't watch or whatever, Another World is on hiatus. I like doing things more, I want to make more unique PA content. Don't ask me when Another World is coming back. I will decide when it might not. Anyway, yeah, that's all. So I know that this video was kind of a weird way to get back into doing scripted content. I really enjoy doing this kind of video, so if you have any good ideas for a certain challenge or an idea, like whatever, some sort of video that I can use this format for, then drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them, and I'd love to get some tips on how to improve this format. Anyway, that's all.